Alright guys, welcome back to the Bloodthirsty Challenge once again. We are back on the Paladin Soulshield. I am trying to get her to 90 before BFA drops. That's my goal. Don't know if it's gonna happen, but we're at least gonna give it a valiant shot. We've got a couple of weeks left still. I mean, we're still in June, so I do have time. Not a whole lot of time, but I've got some time. So I think as long as we stick her in every week into the rotation, I think we can do it, providing nothing stupid happens. And we're trying our best to avoid the stupid. There was a rare up again today. Cirrus the Black, however you want to pronounce that, was in fact up, and I was really tempted to try him, but at the same time I really don't want to lose this character, so I decided the safer route would be to back off and not touch him, so we didn't do it. I really wanted to, but I didn't do it. Now, as you can see, if you're familiar with the zone, you can tell I'm in Oldham. If you're not familiar with the zone, I am in Oldham. I am out by the Lost City of Tolvair dungeon, where I have been for the past couple of weeks. It's going okay. I've got a decent grind loop going. It's a little bit of a long loop, though. I mean, some people would say that's not really a loop, but I consider it to be a loop because I am basically going in a circle. It's just a long circle. So, depending on how focused I am, because I tend to be all over the place, and I'm surprised I've actually gotten this far, I get distracted easily, what can I say? My mind is in 15 different directions at once. But, this loop takes roughly, maybe 25 minutes to run. 20 to 25 minutes, if not a little bit longer. So, it's not a bad loop, it's just a long loop. And depending on how busy it is, sometimes, if I'm the only one out here in this particular area, I can get about 15% of the level knocked out. However, for some reason, just these past couple of days, and I don't know what happened, and I don't know what's going on, I think I missed a memo, this area of the zone has exploded with people. Like, high-level people. And I'm like, why are you here? I think somebody's might be farming leather over at one of the quest mobs where there's eggs that you have to walk on and these little tiny baby alligators come out. Because they were just repeatedly stepping on the same pile of eggs without the boss being engaged. So I was like, or the quest boss being engaged rather. So that's the only thing I can think of there. And in fact today, when I came by there twice at 2 different times, I don't know if it was the same person or not, because I thought I saw them hearth out and leave the first time I came through. I was killing a mob and they turned around and they cherry tapped it and I got 44 XP instead of 884 XP, and all I could do was stand there and turn and look at them, and I'm just thinking, really? I was in no danger of dying. I'm sure they thought they were being helpful, and they didn't follow me, so I didn't start telling them off, but I was like, thanks so much. That actually didn't really help me at all. But, you know, what can you do? I can't stop people from doing it. I can ask them not to if it starts to become a problem. But that was painful, losing that much XP twice. And then I've just had other people just like suddenly appearing and just going nuts killing stuff, and I'm coming through, I'm like, there should be mobs here, why aren't they here? And then I come across a dead body and I'm like, oh, okay, somebody's been through here. Don't know why. But it's been a lot of Horde and Alliance. A lot of high levels, like 100 plus. There's been a couple of people that I can tell are questing. But for the most part, it's been really high level. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't get it unless they're just trying to get their camel mounts. Trying to get rep. I don't know. It's been a little vexing at times. There's been a lot of farmers out here. Farming herbs. Which was also a little bit surprising. I didn't think the herbs here were really that needed unless they're trying to catch up an alchemy profession or inscription maybe. I don't know. There's been a lot of flower pickers out here. Because I keep running into them in the same spots and they keep going after the whiptail. So I'm just like, okay, sure. Whatever. Unless there's suddenly a run on whiptail in the auction house. I don't know. As long as they don't get involved with what I'm doing, then whatever. It's just weird, because a couple of levels before this one, it was just me out here, and I don't know. It's just odd. Odd, I tell you. But anyhow. So we're level 86. We are chugging along, about to hit 87. And it's been okay. I've gotten 2 blue world drops this level, which was a little surprising. I got a staff to drop out of nowhere that kind of startled me. It just kind of poof was there. I was like, what? So I was like, okay, well, I guess we'll try to sell it on the auction house. I don't know if it's going to, but you know, we'll try. And then I got a blue jewel crafting pattern to drop, and I was like, okay. That dropped just a little bit ago. The staff that dropped the other night. So I was like, alright then. Well, we'll try to sell them. I mean, it didn't drop off of a chest or anything, it just dropped on its own when I was killing stuff. And, yeah, so, you know, we'll see if we can make any money off of it. I doubt we will. If it doesn't sell, then I'll probably keep the jewel crafting pattern for a normal character and send it off to them to learn. And the staff, it looks like I might already have the appearance, but if it doesn't sell, then I'll double check with my bank alt, and who's a clothy and can use staffs. And we'll go from there. But it looks like we are going to ding here in just a couple of kills. We are 5,000, well, a little less than 5,000 XP away. Maybe 4,000. And we're getting there. And I think next level I might go back to Pandaria if I can get back there without too much trouble. Because my Hearthstone's not out there anymore, so I'm gonna have to get back to Stormwind, which could be a potential pain in the ass considering where I am. So it's going to involve a lot more travel than I necessarily might want to risk at the moment, since I'm not transitioning between expansions yet. However, I should probably, well, no, because I don't need to, well, yeah, because we're going to be going to Warlords, so, yeah, I'm going to have to head back that way anyhow at some point to get to Timeless Isle, which might be really scary to do with everything being, like, right there with my level, so I have to be super careful. We might have to kill our way over to that cave. Oh, there's our ding. Alright, you guys. So let's get Oh my goodness. Excuse me, I've been exhausted lately. Alright. Can we get one? Cam's all shaky. Alright. How terrible was that pick? Ah, it wasn't too bad. Alright. So let's start our hearth out of here. And let's get our slash blade going. Well, we're up to 7 days on this character of WoW time, so it's been a journey. So we've got Bloodthirsty, Soulshield, the Ret Pally, Jinx, 87. Alright, 3 more levels till 90. I think we can get it. Slash played is 7 days, 13 hours, 45 minutes, 12 seconds. Cats! What are you doing? Oh my word. Cats are wrecking the joint, guys. I don't know what's going on. That's what the crash was. Somebody knocked something over. I'm gonna have to deal with that in just a second. Sorry about the noise and my yelling, but total kills are at 21,481. Alright, so that's gonna do it for the Paladin for this week. Everybody stay safe out there. Level carefully. Remember, it doesn't hurt to think things through, and you know, watch out for those patrols and stuff. Be aware of where you're at. And if something looks a little too empty, it's probably because somebody came through and killed stuff, so be aware you might be about to have respawn happen on top of you. Now, you can find me, once again, at Niseybgn on Twitter, and you can always find me in the WoW Challenges Discord, simply as Nisey over there. So, have a good day, everybody, take care, and happy challenging! Alright guys, we're back with Bloodthirsty Challenge yet again. We're on the Gnome Hunter. Soulshot. We haven't seen him for a while. He's been bumming around Northrend for a bit. And we are currently in Zul'Drak. Yes, we are currently in Zul'Drak. Hanging out near near the instance over here. Farming raptors and bats and hoping that, hey, maybe a petal drop. I have yet to see one. I'm beginning to think they don't exist. But their drop rate just must be that super small. Because I haven't even seen a hint of one. There's been a few people out here so far today, coming and going, trying to farm for them. I don't know if they had one drop or they got bored and moved on. Don't know. I did have one horde person trying to figure out what the hell I was doing, because I guess they thought I was just farming the raptors, but then they started going after the raptors, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go after the bats too. It's XP still, since you killed the raptor I was going for. And he just kind of stood there and watched me kill it slowly, because I think he was higher level than me. And he like stood right on top of my character a couple of times, and I'm like, what are you doing? But you know, he was forward, so I couldn't really communicate with him. And he then ended up getting the killing shot on the bat I was in the middle of killing, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I still got full XP because we were different factions and I had long since tagged it. But it was just very weird. And then he went back to killing raptors, and then I caught up with him in another spot, and then he just stood there and watched me again, and I'm like, yeah, okay, hi. And then he went about his business and I never saw him again, so I don't know, it was very strange. This has been a little bit of a slower level, even though it's on a hunter. I think it's because there's so much space between each mob, so we are having to factor in a bit more travel time. I have gotten a few greens to drop, however, very few of them were things I could use. I think I replaced the neck I had on and quite possibly a ring. I think that was about it. I could really use a new weapon and a new chest and new gloves, but none of those have materialized. I've gotten weapons to drop. I've gotten 2 so far, but one was a dagger and one was a one-handed axe, and neither of those were going to help my current cause, so I was like, yeah, okay. So hopefully we'll get something soon. The chest and gloves I have on are still like item level 55 or something, so those could stand to be updated, but I'm cheap and really don't want to buy anything off of Auction House if I can help it, because I've seen the prices on Auction House for some of this stuff. And, I mean, if I have to, I have to, but we can hold out a little bit longer, I think, and still be fine. So, it's just, we're just extremely wishfully thinking or hoping for a new weapon, I guess. I did manage to get the rare spider. Hunter handled it fine. Hunter, I think, is one of the few classes right now that has the toolkit to handle some of these rares a little bit better than others. So I got just under 14,000 XP and a blue item that I can try to sell in Auction House, and some cloth and some gold. So hopefully that will sell. I'm not too sure it's going to. If I can at least get 10 gold for it, I'll be happy, because, you know, it's hard to sell those blues at this level of in between unless it like looks really awesome for a transmog. But you know, we'll see how it goes. And I really want a pet to drop to try to generate some cash here, but at the same time it's like I'm not really expecting one to, because I've never even seen this on a normal character. But I was debating taking this one out to where the druid is hanging out, well, one of the druids, but I get cross-roamed like crazy there, and I've already got the druid and the one druid and the warlock hanging out in the same spot, so I was like, I don't know if I want a third one over there right now. That might just be a little too torturous. So I was like, let's come over here. And we'll leave this one to its own devices out here, at least for a little bit, and we'll hope for a pet. So far this week seems to be a theme of the number 7. We got the paladin up to level 87. We got the pacifist up to level 7D. And with luck here, providing nothing stupid happens within the next 2%, we'll have the hunter to 77. So we definitely are rolling in the 7s right now. It makes me sad I can't skin these, all the bodies I'm leaving behind, but what can you do? Alright. Keep on hunting and killing, I guess. I know it seems silly that I'm hitting the bats also to some people if I'm trying to get the pets, but you know what? They're XP, they're in the way, and I can't always get a raptor to kill depending on how busy it gets out here, so, you know, it's like, what the heck? Might as well. hard to turn down XP when you're doing your whole grinding thing. So I think, what, 8, 7, 8, 8, 8, 9. I've got 3 more levels to go on that paladin before I hit 90. So I think I can do it before BFA drops. I am going on vacation in I think in a couple months. We don't have a date finalized yet. It depends on a couple of other factors as to when we are going. But I will try to give you guys as much notice ahead of time as I can. So if I go quiet on Twitter altogether for like 2 weeks, don't panic. It's just we're going to be going away. And we're going to be driving, and the dogs are coming with us. So nobody's going to be time constrained for coming back. Because we're going to make sure that we leave our neighbor some extra money. She's going to be taking care of our cats and pigs. And the dogs are going with us, so it's quite interesting trying to plan a trip with your pet. So we'll get those things sorted out relatively soon. We're thinking it might end up being October is when we're going to go away, so we've got a little bit of time. But it depends on prices and hurricanes and when other things happen for when we can make reservations and stuff. So that's why we're not real sure just yet. We're leaning towards October. Excuse me. And hopefully that will happen. Because I know we could all use a break from things. Things and stuff have been rough. Alright, so there's that.
It's too far away.
Alright, hey. We have just a couple more kills we need to get here. We need about, what, 4,400 and change? So we are almost there, you guys.
I'm out of range.
Almost there. Doesn't look like I'm going to be getting a new weapon anytime soon, unfortunately. Alright. 42 of 45. This has been a bit of a long level. I haven't been that distracted during this level, but it's been over 7 hours on this particular level. It's just been slow. There's a lot of travel time in between each mob over here, which is why I don't really like to be over here, but I don't know, maybe next level we'll mosey onto Soulshield and just find a spot where it doesn't look like there's too many people and just go to town. We'll see. We shall see. Vendor trash hasn't been too bad over here. I've been getting a bit of money from that. Made almost 100 gold minimum on vendor trash. So that's not been too bad at this level. It's probably been a little bit more than 100. But I didn't really start keeping track of it till I think the last time I vendored, which was maybe 1 or 2 circuits ago. And there's our ding. And we have hit 77. Alright, so let's get our screenshot here. Our little gnomey gnome. Alright, and we're gonna K3, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hearth back from here. Alright, so we've got bloodthirsty loading screens, of course. There we go. Bloodthirsty Soulshot. We are Beastmaster on this one. Dings? What did we ding? 77. The week of the sevens. / played of 4 days, 20 hours, 17 minutes, and 54 seconds. And total kills are at... excuse me. Total kills are at 14,927. Alright, you guys, that's gonna do it for this one. So everybody take care, safe challenging, and we'll see you next time.